Hey everybody, my name's Justin with Everything Money, and in this video we're going to talk about how I made $40 an hour at 14 years old. So over the years I've tried a bunch of different businesses, right? I was selling candy in school in 7th and 8th grade during the summers for people, but I never knew what to charge. So at the end of the day I'd come home making $5 an hour, and I was done with doing yard work and gutter cleaning and all that. The next logical thing for me to do was start Googling business ideas, best business ideas for teens. And then out of all the places I could have ended up, I ended up on Reddit and discovered the business idea that made me $40 an hour at 14, and that was curb painting. The thing that makes curb painting so great is you can make $20 for 20 minutes worth of work, right? Another thing that makes it great is everything that you need can fit in a backpack, which means if you're 14 and you can't drive, you can ride your bike, right? Car detailing, you need a bunch of equipment for that. You need a car. Landscaping, you need mowers, weed eaters, you need a trailer or a car, right? All these business ideas, you need a car. But with curb painting, all you need is a bike or some legs, right? Everything fits in your backpack. Now, how do you get the customers, right? The answer to that is door-to-door sales. You need a quick, simple pitch, and I'm gonna teach you mine right now. I put my pitch together by just finding a bunch of other people's pitches on the internet and using what I think's works the best and what looks the best. I just put it together and made my pitch. So how it works, I knock on the door, they answer. I say, hey, how's it going? My name's Justin Fralick, and I'm in your neighborhood today actually painting people's house addresses on their curb. Can I get your name? Nice to meet you, Nate. Everybody with a curb shot their house never painted on it. It makes the jobs easier for people like firefighters and ambulance drivers. In fact, any pizza guy will tell you that pizzas regularly get delivered late because the driver can't see the address. So when we paint curbs, we use super high quality paint, lasts for years and years, and then we add 3 coats of reflective paint on top of it to help it last even longer and ensure it looks like fireworks on the 4th at night. So that's the pitch. I'm gonna leave it written in the description so you can look at it and memorize it if you want to. And now we're gonna get into the supplies you need to actually paint the curbs. Oh, first you're gonna need a backpack. This is mine that I use for curb painting. It's one I already had, and it's all beat up and stuff anyway, so I didn't really care that paint was gonna get on it. Don't use something that's so bad it's gonna fall apart in the middle of a job. I'm gonna need spray paint. I just use Rust-Oleum flat protective enamel, white and black. Also, we have spray paint for our local colleges, OSU and OU, and so we just charge an extra $5 and we'll use this spray paint. So it's basically just a free $5. It costs the same amount. Yeah. Rust-Oleum reflective finish. This is the reflective spray paint we use. Super easy, it's clear, and we just do 2 to 3 coats of it. You're also gonna need some painters / contractors tape. Nothing crazy. You could use the blue tape, you could use this tape. I think this is actually, this is contractor grade, and I like this because it just helps it stick on the curb a little more. Because the blue ones, especially when it gets windy or if there's a really dirty curb, it just tends to fall off. Some iron, these are just grill brushes, but any iron brush will work. This one, I think my dad just had an extra one, so he said I could use this. And then this one was just by the checkout line at Lowe's, and it was like $10-12. So yeah. So we just use these and scrub the curbs. It gets all the dirt off of it and helps the tape stick better. And if you don't scrub and it rains and dirt washes it off of the curb, it'll take the paint with it. So actually scrubbing the curb helps the paint last a lot longer. Stencils, these are really dirty because they've had their fair share of use. But yeah, so these are just brass stencils off of Amazon. I think they were like $20 and we got 2 boxes. So I would definitely recommend getting 2. Because it makes it a lot easier to do house addresses with more than one number. So like 224, have 2 2s, then reuse the same 2. So yeah, stencils. You're also gonna need trash bags. We just cut 1 trash bag into 8 different rectangles. You only need 4 at one time, but the trash bag was big enough. I'm gonna go over what you actually need these for in part 2 of this when I talk about how to actually paint the curb. But these just save you a lot of time and tape. Rubber gloves. These just help keep your hands clean because after a whole day of painting curbs, you will have some gross hands with or without gloves, but especially without. You'll have like crusted paint all over the back of them. It's bad for your skin. It's hard to scrub off. Gloves. All right, we also have these pop-up cones. When we started off, we didn't have these, but the first house we painted was a cop, and he was nice enough to give us these, and they've actually helped out a lot because some neighborhoods are super busy and there's not a big gap between the road and the curb, and so those just help keep us safe. Last but not least, you're gonna need a tape measure. This is just so you can measure the size of the box and make sure it's symmetrical. We'll go over how big the boxes actually are in part 2 of this video, so make sure you watch that so that you'll actually know how to paint house numbers on curbs. So I'm gonna leave links in the descriptions to everything here. Like, it might not be this exact grill brush, but it'll be one that's better or does the same job. Hopefully there'll be affiliate links, so I may get a small commission, but if I can't figure that out, they won't be. So now we're gonna get into 5 tips and tricks you should know before you go out and paint your curb. One is always check the weather, right? You don't wanna go out there and 20 minutes into your job, it starts raining and washes away the work you just finished. You also wanna make sure it's gonna be warm out so that the paint will dry quick and that it's not gonna be too humid. Because if it's super humid and it's cool out, the paint is gonna take forever to dry and they're gonna end up spending 45 minutes on one house. So this is one thing I learned while being on the job that I wish I would have known ahead of time. That's always have a backup can with you. Have 2 cans of blacks, 2 cans of whites, 2 cans of any specialty colors you're doing. Because one time when I was out on a job, like, I think it was just too hot or I wasn't shaking it enough before I was spraying, and the can just like blew up on me and started spraying all out of the top, and it wouldn't work anymore. So always bring a backup can. Number 3, practice before you go and knock on doors and actually do it on someone's curb. Because you're gonna see the how-to video, it's gonna look super easy, but trust me, once you go, you like practice on a cardboard box or practice on something just so you can really get down how far the can needs to be from the curb and just figure out where you need to hold the stencils. So I'll make sure you practice before you go out there and actually paint a curb. Number 4, don't wear your favorite clothes. No matter how neat you think you are and how organized you can be, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know if a can's gonna blow up on you. You never know if you're actually gonna put your hand in wet paint or anything. So don't wear nice clothes that you don't want to get messy. Number 5, double check that you have everything. There's nothing worse than riding your bike 2 miles to another neighborhood, getting there, knocking on doors, getting a job, then realizing you forgot your tape measure or you forgot your tape. So double check that you have everything. And if you run out of something, don't forget to put more of it back in your bag before you leave to go do another job. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. There will be a part 2 coming up hopefully within the next week, talking about how to actually paint the curbs. Don't forget to check the description. I'll have the pitch written there, and I'll have some links to all the products there. I'd appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, leave a comment, do your thing. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever.